Hi, I'm PrepperMark, and I thought I'd come out here today and shoot a quick follow-up video to my video bugging out in the wintertime. Now, there's a few things in there I forgot to tell you in that video, plus I really want to apologize for all the editing in that video. I never really did any major editing before, and I was having a rough time doing that video. I didn't think it turned out that bad. The good thing is, I got quite a few of my points on that video, but the editing sucked in it, so I'm sorry for that. Now, let's get to the video. Now, in the backyard camping test, if you can, you want to have a campfire. Now, I had one going here right before I shot the video. When I started shooting the video, smoke kept blowing towards my way, and it just didn't work, so I had to put my fire out before I shot the video. But in a bug out situation, a campfire is going to be the only thing to warm you up. So if you're camping out in your backyard, and if you can, you need to have a campfire because you want to keep it as real as possible. And if you can't have a campfire, then maybe have a camp stove or even a barbecue grill. See if that'll work. You want to try to avoid going in and out of the house as much as possible because you want this to be realistic as possible. And if you're in the wilderness, bugged out somewhere, you're not going to be able to go in the house, warm up, and then come back out later. Now, if you're bugging out in the winter, in the wilderness area, temperatures can be 20 degrees, 30 degrees, some places be 0. So you're actually going to get chilled to the bone. So you're going to need to drink hot liquids. Now, there's only so much coffee, so much tea, so much hot chocolate you can put in your survival pack. So if you run out of all those options, or to make it last, just heat up some water, drink some warm water. You need to get heat from the inside out to help you warm up too and keep warm. Also, you need to eat a lot of food in the wintertime. By eating food, it creates body heat. And if you're bugging out in a survival situation, food's not going to be one thing you have a plentiful supply of. So if possible, when you're bugging out along the way, always look for food along the way to help make the food in your pack last longer. Now, I wouldn't eat everything you had in your pack in the first 2 days just to keep warm, because you do that, then what are you going to do the third day and on from that? So always keep an eye out for food. Once you get to your camp out location, the bug out location, maybe set some snares up. Hopefully catch a rabbit so you have a rabbit to eat, or maybe you'll get lucky, a squirrel come into your camp and you shoot that and have it to eat. Something else, even if you're active in the summertime, when the winter gets here, most of us stay in the house and don't do anything. We just sit around, watch TV, play on the internet, and really don't get any exercise or don't get used to the cold weather. Just the thought of cold weather makes us shiver, we just don't want nothing to do with it. But part of prepping is being prepared for everything. So if you have to bug out in, say, the end of January, there's possibly 4 months there you could have been housebound, getting used to the heat in your house. Like my house, I have a wood-burning furnace. My house stays at constantly 73 degrees. Never really gets colder, never really gets warmer. It just stays at 73 degrees. So my body temperature is used to a 73 degree climate if I would stay in there all the time. If you're bugging out and you're used to a 73 degree climate, say it's 20 degrees out, that's going to be a big shock. And you could actually die from that because your body is just not going to be used to that big of a shock for that long period of time. So you need to be active outside every day. If possible, be outside at least a half an hour to an hour through the week, and maybe an hour to 2 hours on the weekends at least. And you also need to be in good physical shape. And what I mean by that is, suppose you have to bug out by foot, and you sat around for the last 4 months and didn't do anything. All of a sudden you got to throw that big heavy pack on and start walking. You're going to die. So I suggest, depending on your shape, just start out slowly. If you haven't had that much exercise lately, then start by, if you live in a town somewhere, just walk around the block, and then do that for a couple of days, then walk around 2 blocks and slowly build it up. And basically you want to walk at least a half an hour every night. An hour would be great, but at least a half an hour every night. And also you want to carry a pack with you so you get used to carrying a pack. Now, when you carry a pack, just start with something, maybe throw a heavy book in there, and then keep adding weight as you go, so your body gets used to carrying a heavy pack. Because if you're not used to walking, you're not used to carrying a heavy pack, all of a sudden you got bug out on foot, your pack's like mine's 75 pounds, you throw that big heavy pack on, you start to walk, and 200 feet later, you're going to feel like you're dead, and you don't want that. In most bug out survival situations, you're going to have to get away as quick as you can and as far as you can. So you want to be in tip-top shape. Now, something else, enjoy the heat in your house now, enjoy all your plumbing in your house, because like I said, if you're in a survival situation, the only heat you might end up having is a campfire. So you're going to miss, that nice warm house, that nice warm, soft, comfortable bed. In a survival situation, you're not going to have that. Also, what I found I missed the most was plumbing, indoor plumbing. Now, I did a lot of primitive camping in my life, and usually I always found a way to take a shower out in the wilderness every day without a problem. I could do my dishes out in the wilderness. I could do anything I do here out in the wilderness. But when I got home, it was sure nice to have that nice running water in the shower, where I didn't have to worry about running out of water. I didn't have to worry about getting cold water, any of that. So like I said, plumbing, indoor plumbing is the biggest thing I missed when I did any of my primitive camping. Now, what else can I tell you? If you're out in your yard and you can't have a campfire, and you don't have a grill, or you don't have a camp stove, then you have to go in the house and warm up. But just go in there long enough to warm up, then come right back out as quick as you can, because you don't want to get too used to that environment. You want to get more used to this environment. Well, that's the things that I forgot to include in my bugging out in the winter video. Hopefully those little tidbits will help. It wasn't much, but in a survival situation, every little bit helps. I want to thank you all for watching. Take care. God bless.